everybody, CW here, Card Wolf, because I'm always on the hunt for great cards. Today is mail day. We do it every Monday here on the channel, and I get to open awesome cards sent in by you amazing people. I can't believe how generous you guys are. I love mail day. It's probably the favorite thing that I get to do on this channel. You guys are just so kind to me. I've got two envelopes here today, not just one, but two envelopes, both from Julie Searle, longtime supporter and friend to the channel. Thank you so much for sending these in, Jules. I do not know what is in here, but I'm very curious to find out. Julie has sent us amazing and wonderful cards before, and this photo that I keep on the back wall of Memorial Stadium that was the stadium where I saw the most baseball games in my life. It used to be the Orioles' home stadium in Baltimore on 33rd Street, but it is not there anymore. It was torn down, and I think it's a park now. I'm actually not sure. I haven't been back that way in a while. Even when I go back and visit my mom in Baltimore, I don't generally head down to that neighborhood because there's not much there to do or see. So I don't know what they're doing with that land now, but the stadium's not there, and it was really cool of her to send me this photo that she took when she saw a game at Memorial Stadium many, many, many years ago. I think we have figured out that I was not at the same game she was at. We did figure that out, but I guess it's still possible that we were, and one of us isn't remembering, but I don't think we were. Pretty neat, though, that we both saw a game there. I saw many games there because my grandparents lived within walking distance, so we went to a lot of games there. I cannot wait to see what is in these envelopes, Julie. Let's see this first one, what Jules has sent us today. Always very exciting. Julie is a long-time collector. She has collected cards for many, many years, as have I, so who knows what kind of great stuff she will send us today. She included a letter, which I always enjoy the most. Hey, CW, these are the cards that Monica, my friend, sent me to give you a couple for Travis A, too. The Brett Favre and Ricky Henderson cards are from me. Thank you for the cards that you sent to me. You are an amazing person, and not because of the cards you have sent me, but because you are such a great friend and brother to me. I truly enjoy your videos and talking to you and how you make me laugh. You are a special person. Thank you for being my friend and brother, Jules. I'm not technically Julie's brother, but I do fill that role, and I certainly think of Julie as a sister as well, so that's pretty awesome. It's nice that she lists that I'm a special person. A lot of people say that about me. I don't think they mean it the way that she does, but nonetheless, I appreciate the compliment very much. Start out with a Cal Ripken Jr. card. Wow, that is an awesome card. That's a Fleer Heroes of Baseball set. Came out in like a little set box back in 1989, and that is kind of a tough card to get, so that's really cool. I guess her friend Monica sent that to me. Monica collects Frank Tanana cards. She is a huge Frank Tanana fan, and I've got a couple I set aside for her, but I'm going to have to search around and get some more of those. This is a card I do not have, and it's one of my favorite players, Paul Blair, and this is a Ted Williams set card. That is a beauty. I do not have that, and I am pretty pumped to get that one. That is awesome. These came out, I think, 93 or 94, something like that, so that is pretty cool. Two really unusual cards, great PC cards for me. So Monica, thank you so much for those. Got another Ted Williams card here. This is Red Shindigs, and that one is undoubtedly for Travis A, who is a big Cardinals fan. So I will set that aside for Travis. Now we got a 3D card here. Hard to get the camera to give you the full effect. You can kind of see it there. It's Ozzie Smith, and these are labeled Upper Deck, but you would get these at Denny's restaurant. Is where you would get these, and I think that's where this one is from. I don't think they put cards that look like this in packs. I think you could only get these at Denny's, and that's another Cardinals card that will go to Travis. We've got Going Yard. It's a nice insert of Ken Griffey Jr., another really unusual card, and really neat to see. That is really nice. Some very cool and unusual cards from Monica here. I'm going to put that there. And a nice, wow, that's a beauty. A Topps Finest Frank Thomas card. And that still has the protective coating on there. So that is really, really cool. Nice to see that. It's a 1995 Topps Finest card. You just don't see those very often, and they were beautiful cards. I mean, really precursors to what a lot of today's inserts look like. A lot of foil, a lot of really cool design elements on these Topps Finest cards, and that's in great shape. What a nice card. Wow, these are awesome cards. Thank you, Monica, for sending these. This one is one of the cards Jules mentioned that is from her. It's a beautiful Ricky Henderson card. Check that out. Really nice foil on that card. You can see it sparkling in the borders there. That's a really cool optic card there for Ricky Henderson. Beautiful black bordered card. Thank you very much for that, Jules. I do collect Ricky Henderson, and that is one that I'm sure I do not have, so that's pretty awesome. Brett Favre, that's a rookie card. Wow, that is great. Thank you for sending me that. That is a really pretty cool card there. It looks like Brett Favre is probably listening to, I don't know what he would listen to, some country music maybe? I'm not sure, but he looks like he's listening to his tunes before he goes out on the field, and he's got a guy rubbing his shoulder, maybe consoling him. It's okay, Brett. It's going to be all right, buddy. You just listen to your tunes and you go back out there and give it another try. Here we got, wow, we got a nice Cal Raleigh card here. Check that out. That is pretty darn sweet. Of course, Cal Raleigh and the Mariners advanced to the playoffs, and Cal Raleigh continues to hit home runs. They just can't slow that guy down. Here's another one here. Wow, that is really awesome. That is a rookie card of Cal Raleigh. Wow. Monica, that is very, very generous of you. I kind of can't believe you sent me a Cal Raleigh rookie. His cards are pretty darn hot right now, given the amazing season that he had, and the Mariners. I mean, that was a great season by the entire team. Honestly, what great cards! Thank you, Monica, for those, and of course, Jules, thank you for the ones you included and for sending those along to me. I really appreciate that. I know Travis will be excited about the Cardinals cards as well, and we still have another envelope here from Jules that we get into today. This is pretty awesome. I'm going to cut this one carefully as well so as not to have any problem with what is on the inside. I don't want to damage anything, of course. So we'll very carefully open this one and see what we've got here. What on earth is going on here? There's all kinds of unusual stuff in this envelope. That is a blank piece of paper. Maybe it's written in disappearing ink and I need to put some lemon juice on that or something. I don't know. But the envelope, it is empty over there. Here is the message, and I'll move that stuff over there for now. Let's see what this one says. Hey, CW, here's a few random cards for you. The animal cards are for your daughter. Well, she will like them. She really likes animals. The autographed Scott Terry card is for Travis A. The autographed Dick Perez Diamond King card is for you. Wow. You sent it to a real fan of Mr. Perez's fine art skills. That's me. I just can't get enough of Dick Perez's artwork. So thanks for that, Jules. That's going to be a real prize for my collection. I don't know. How did you even get a Dick Perez autographed card? I mean, I know Jules TTMs a lot. She does a lot of TTMing. She has an amazing autograph card collection. So I guess maybe she TTM'd Dick Perez at some point and is passing that along to me. So thanks for that, Jules. I hope it's a self-portrait. That's what I hope, because Dick Perez, his art abilities, I don't know. I mean, he's better than I am, but that's an incredibly low bar. So that's the best I'll say about it. I know how much you enjoy the work of Dick Perez. Yeah. So I got him to sign a card for you, TTM. Oh my God, I'm laughing so hard right now I can barely write this. Yeah. If the signed Dick Perez card creeps you out too much, you can pass it along. Your friend Jules. I'm not sure I know what Dick Perez looks like, so unless he looks like some sort of a mascot, I don't think it'll creep me out too much. I just, it's not a card that I feel like I'm going to display very much because, again, Dick Perez's so-called art, I think to me anyway, it leaves a little to be desired. This is, I'll reuse that. I'll have a good use for that. So what do we have here? We've got a nice Diamond Kings Brooks Robinson card to start things off. I do collect Brooks and always love getting his cards. One of the first players I ever collected back in the 70s and met him several times. One of the nicest people you could ever meet. Rest in peace, Brooks. We all miss you very much. One of the great third basemen in the history of baseball. Got a nice Bucky Irving rookie card here. How about that? that is a pretty nice card there. Of course, Bucky Irving injured right now, but he is due to be back sooner than people thought, apparently, from what news reports I read recently. So that is pretty darn cool. A Bucky Irving rookie. That is very awesome. Thank you for that, Jules. That's a really thoughtful card. We got, okay, it's not, for some reason I thought it was going to be a card of Dick Perez that he signed, but it's one of his works of art, and this one is the late Tony Gwynn. There he is, signed by Dick Perez. So that is pretty cool. I actually kind of like that. I like that a lot better than I would have liked a card of Dick Perez. So thank you for that, Jules. That's actually kind of cool, and I like that. And that portrait is not offensive. That actually has a vague resemblance to probably like Tony Gwynn's, third cousin or something. Doesn't really look like Tony Gwynn very much, but it looks like somebody who could be related tangentially to Tony Gwynn, and that's pretty great. I give Dick Perez, high marks for that, because it's a little better than what I usually see from him. We've got Scott Terry autograph card, and that is going to go to Travis. That's a beauty. Look at that nice signature on there. It's a really nice signature. So some awesome cards for Travis A. I'm going to put those in his stack. I got a nice stack of Cardinals cards going for him. And then we got another Bucky Irving card. Very nice. It's a Sage card. And as you guys know, I don't really purchase Sage cards. So that's one I'm sure I don't have. Nice all-rookie team of Bucky Irving. So that's a pretty cool card. Happy to get that one and add it to the collection. Now, what is this big thing? Oh, wow, this is a Ravens sticker. How about that? That is awesome. Now, I am a Ravens fan. I know they're having kind of a terrible season, but do love the Ravens, and definitely hoping that they can turn things around. There's still some sort of very small outside chance that they can make the playoffs, so maybe they can turn it around and do that once Lamar gets back. I don't know. We'll see how that goes, but I love that sticker. That is really cool. I'll have to talk to my son, the pack opening machine, and see where we want to place that. Of course, my wife will probably have some say in that too, lest it ends up on her car, which she wouldn't probably enjoy very much. But nonetheless, awesome sticker. Thank you, Jules, for that. And then I guess these must be the animal cards. This is a golden-headed lion tamarin. Wow. I don't think I've ever heard of that creature before. I have to admit, that is one I have not heard of before. And I'm pretty impressed by that. That's a pretty neat card. I've never seen that before. Looks like there are several from that series. It's an endangered species, and it lives in Brazil in the rainforest there. So that is pretty neat. I've never seen one of those before. So I have to say my son and my daughter are going to like to see that. My son's very curious about science. He loves science. He's always interested to learn anything science related. So pretty neat there. Here's another one. This is a golden monkey. Tales of the Gold Monkey was a Stephen Collins series on TV back in the 80s, and the gold monkey they used in that series looked nothing like this guy, so I think they got something wrong there, but it was the 80s. We were pretty fast and loose with the facts back then. That is also an endangered species, and this one is from China and Tibet, so there you go. I don't think that series was set in China or Tibet. I think it was set on an island somewhere, but I don't remember. The Philippines, maybe? I'm not sure where that was set, honestly. And then we got a pygmy chimpanzee. Pygmy chimpanzee right there. And that one is also endangered and from the swamp forests in Zaire. So there you go. We got 3 different monkey cards that my son and my daughter will be very interested in. I'll give these to my daughter, but I'm sure that my son, the pack opening machine, will want to read these first. Very cool. Thank you for sending those, Jules. That was a really, really neat envelope full of stuff. And then he sent some stuff for Travis and Monica. Thank you for the awesome cards as well. I love this Paul Blair card. That one might have to go on the back wall for a little bit this week. That is really cool. And of course, the signed Dick Perez card is going to be something I treasure. Thank you for that, Jules. That's very, very thoughtful of you. I don't know why you... I do get a ton of enjoyment out of the stuff you guys send. I can't deny that. The things you guys send me are just so much fun to open. It really is my favorite part of the week. So, Jules, thank you once again, this was awesome, and I had a great time with this. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing these as well. I really had a good time today, and hope you did too. I'm going to be back tomorrow with a new product, something I just found on shelves and have not seen anybody else open on the YouTubes yet. So we're going to do that tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. That'll be tomorrow. Hope you have a great rest of your Monday, and as always, happy collecting.